Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This week our objective is going to be solving a system of equations using an algebraic method called substitution. Now, up until this point, we've looked at being able to solve a system, more than one equation, using graphing. And although graphing is a great way to solve a system, there are some times in which graphing is not the most appropriate method. So we're going to look at two algebraic methods, the first of which is called substitution, and then next week we'll look at a different method. Notice that this week in our module that we are currently viewing the agenda and objectives for the week. But do notice that the next thing I put in there was the weekly review. And that weekly review is most beneficial to be done before you start the video and notes for this week, because it reviews for us how to solve an equation for a specific variable, which is a skill that we're going to need to use for substitution. So you can see that we've got our quick review video here, and then just some practice problems for us to practice on. Keep in mind that that week 3 review practice Canvas quiz is one that we could do multiple times till we get a perfect score. We could also bring questions to Zoom if we are not understanding those. When you finish that, then you'll move on to the video and notes for this week. You will need your algebra notebook, and there are 1 page, all of which are on the same page. It's just broken into 3 different parts, so that you have some breaks in between. So all 3 of them have to do with page 7, and there is an 8-minute one, a 10-minute one, and a 5-minute one. So you can watch and rewatch those as many times as you need to. And keep in mind, those are also questions that even if you watch the video and you're not real sure what happened there, you can bring those questions to Zoom and ask about those as well. So when you're finished with those, then you move on to the formative assessments for this week. And so just keeping with the same format that I have been. Remember that our formative assessments are like our practice, our classwork, our homework. It's multiple attempts. Try them as many times as you need. Come ask me questions about them. So this is formative assessment for systems number 3, formative assessments for systems number 4, and formative assessment for systems number 5. Just a way of numbering those, and remember that FA just means formative assessment, so that's the one that we get multiple attempts on. But we did systems 1 and 2 formative assessments last week, so don't let the wording there of how I name them bother you at all. That way, if you keep the wording short, it transfers from Canvas to PowerSchool without having to adjust anything. Okay. At the point when you are good, you've done your formative assessments and you feel confident, remember that the last thing then we have is the summative assessment. This is like your test in a traditional classroom, so you want to make sure that you are in a quiet spot, that you have enough time to take it. It is not a time test, but notice that there is only 1 attempt. So you want to make sure that you are ready to go when you are taking it. Notice that everything is due on January 5th, which is the following Monday, and then we know that we're just going to keep it real consistent and go with 9 a.m. Okay, Zoom session for this week. If you have time to look at this and are ready to go, we are having one on Tuesday, and then also Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All of those are at noon. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I hope you have a good week. Bye.